Kristo asori afiafu Adini moja apekanya banina Amamenyo apeya okata sefo Inti asasa mene woya dana sita Yesu Kristo asori afiafu Adini moja bishele apekaya banina Amamenyo apeya okata sefo Inti asasa mene woya dana sita How come mene woya ayirama Yesu manam yajipa Yesu kusori anenti Amame mene wo Yesu for yourself to just say it and I sit down sit down. Womaya dawase Hello. So it's your girl Ellie Styles, bringing you stories and letters from Ellie Styles Desk. And yes, today I brought you a story, and the title of the story is Every Child is Important. So let's listen to this story and get to know what it's all about. Mr. Elvis Into, the head teacher of Edubiase Primary School, is as usual inspecting the flowers in front of his office. He always liked to check if his flowers have been watered every morning before going to the office to begin the day's work. Thoughts of his wife came to mind, and he recalled what his wife had told him concerning their kids. Mr. Into, as he is affectionately called by many, is a married man in his late 40s, blessed with 2 adorable children. The day the doctors broke the news to him at the hospital that his wife had delivered twins, he was so happy. His wife had bore a son and a daughter, Alex and Alice Into. He had watched his children grow with so much joy. He noticed that his son was very brighter in school than Alice, but he brushed it aside and hoped that things would go on well when they grew up. When they got into their teens, he realized Alice was really not making any progress in her studies and was always picking things slowly, while Alex was doing tremendously well in all his subjects at school. He decided to give up on Alice and focus on Alex since he was a boy and was going to be a breadwinner someday. He conducted extra tuitions for Alex to improve on his grades and completely ignored Alice. He always felt disappointed and repeatedly told her that she wasn't smart enough. Alice was always devastated and felt so downhearted. Her mother, Mrs. Gladys Into, will always console her and assure her to bring out the best in her. One morning after they had finished their morning devotion, she spoke to her husband concerning the well-being of their kids and reminded him to love them impartially, irrespective of their learning abilities, to avoid bringing enmity among the kids. Sitting down on his chair, he critically thinks about what his wife had said, and he realized that he hasn't been fair to his daughter and has always treated her with contempt just because she wasn't doing well in school. He decided to help her study to become as bright as her brother. He was too focused on Alex that he hadn't realized Alice felt left out and hurt. It was not until he started teaching them both that he realized Alice was equally brilliant as Alex. It's just that she learned things differently. Thinking through things thoroughly, he came to an understanding that every child is important irrespective of the gender, learning techniques, or thinking abilities.
What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible. Nothing impossible. What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible with our God. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It doesn't exist. It can never ever exist. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It doesn't exist. It can never ever exist. According to your knowledge and your will for me, what you say you have done, I just need to align, oh. Because you are not a man that changes your mind, oh. Those that know you will trust in you, not in horses and chariots. By the arm of flesh, no man can prevail. No man, no man, no man, no man. My confidence is you. What is hard? What is hard for you? It can never exist. Oh, you do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It doesn't exist. Oh, it can never ever exist. Oh.